make sure you guys are focusing on what y'all need to be focused on, man. When you're inside this gym, make sure you're focused, because this is really your sanctuary. This is a place where you're gonna go to not only grow, to clear your mind, to be the best version of yourself, to improve your body. So you wanna be taking a lot of these things serious. And just sip real quick. No stupid people allowed. No stupid people allowed. So we don't allow stupid people to be here. So if you're stupid, get the fuck out. No stupid people are allowed. Zero stupid people. On the whiteboard behind me, I pretty much laid out an entire workout routine. Now all this stuff here, you don't have to do everything. You can kind of pick and choose like the things you want to do. So like I said in previous videos, make sure you're doing your corrective exercising, foam rolling, which is self-myofascial release. Also make sure you're doing your static stretching as well as your active isolation and dynamic stretching once you get into more vigorous levels of training, things like that. After you get that done, make sure you're doing some type of cardio. Always prefer, depending on your intensity level or what type of program that you're going to be working on, I always recommend just doing some light cardio. So on the board behind me, I got you can do like HIIT cardio, you can do Tabata, you can do like circuit training, peripheral heart action type cardio, where you just you might have 6 to 8 workouts, and then you're just doing those back to back with minimum rest. So that's going to be circuit training. Peripheral heart action is basically the same thing as circuit training, but with the 6 to 8 workouts, back to back to back to back, you're going to be alternating from upper body to lower body, getting a distribution of blood flow throughout the body. So that's going to be the difference between circuit training and peripheral heart action. You also, after that, want to go into some core concepts, some core training. So you got core stabilization, you got core strength, you got core power. So those are things you want to focus on. You want to focus on all the main areas. So obviously your abdominals, your abs, things like that. And then you want to also make sure you get your obliques. Your lower back is very important. That's probably the most crucial. That's really important. Structure is going to make you a total fucking badass. So really, you need to be paying attention and listening up. If you need to pull your notepad out, pull your pen out, I fucking highly recommend it, because I'm speaking straight facts over here. I'm gonna try to entertain you guys here and there. Like I said, it's a dry night. Couldn't get any smokes. I mean, what the fuck is the point of? You have one job. Like, you don't want money. But that's a whole different discussion. Not gonna even get into that. Want to keep the topic mainly about fitness. I might, go off track, for a few seconds and hop back on. Make sure you're going through this proper, and then it's pretty simple. You want to start with your correctives, which are over here. If you guys can see, maybe not. Then you want to go to your cardio after your correctives. So correctives, like I said, that's just stretching. You're just making sure you're stretching. Foam rolling those tender spots, 30 to 60 seconds. Static, static stretching, which is holding the body position, body part, in a position, and then holding that, stretch or holding that position for 30, 60 seconds. Active isolation, which is also holding that body part in a position, but doing a movement with it, and focusing more on, just getting the best stretch and release. And you want to hold that. You want to go for about 1 to 2 seconds. Maybe do about 5 to 10 reps on each arm, going back and forth, or whatever type of position or whatever body component you're dealing with. You also want to go through your dynamic stretching, which is going to be things like reverse lunges. Like I said, more for vigorous type training. Active isolation should get the job done for anybody who's beginners or intermediate lifters, or gym rats, what I like to call. Now, after you get done with your correctives, like I said, you're going to go right into core. You're going to go right into cardio. I'm a little tired, man. I'm going to lie to you. I definitely need some smokes. But yeah, you're going to go right into cardio. So after you get done with cardio, like I said, and you don't have to do everything on the board. I'm not even sure if you guys can see the shit. But for cardio, I have a few options there. So you can choose one of the three options. So for cardio, the first set of options you're going to be able to choose from, you got the treadmill options, which is going to be like light jogging, brisk walking, maybe some intense running, things like that. It just depends on what you're trying to accomplish. And then you can do stationary biking. Obviously, everything is based off a light to heavy intensity, type of system. So make sure you understand your intensity level, and you'll figure that out by your resistance. You'll figure out your intensity by taking your 1 rep max, which is your maximum for that 1 rep of whatever load or whatever workout you're doing. And then if you're going to do 70% intensity, you just figure out the math for that. And 70% intensity is going to be for like hypertrophy, strength endurance if you're trying to increase the longevity of your muscle usage, and then also hypertrophy, which is just increasing your lean body mass, increasing your definition. You know what I'm saying? Just getting that pump, getting that chest, getting them abs, stuff like that. That's what hypertrophy. And I'll be talking about hypertrophy a lot, so you guys definitely want to tune into these next couple videos, teaching guys how to increase lean body mass, how to get that definition, things like that, how to get that bulky chest, nice arms, stuff like that. And then once you get from this first phase, like I said, stationary body, you got the rower, which is like my favorite. It's a full body cardio workout. Ellipticals too. Ellipticals, very popular amongst women. Had a couple chicks. I can't even talk. I'm not gonna tell. I can't even discuss their names really, because they could be watching this video, but I'm not gonna worry about that. Once you decide what you're gonna do, let's say you decide to do, okay, for the first set of cardio, I'm gonna do stationary bike. So I'm in a stationary bike for maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Good warm up after you do your correctives, and then from there you go straight into core. Take maybe a 30 to 60 second rest. Walk around the gym. Take a little sip of water. You want to drink water. You want to drink about 4 to 8 ounces of water, roughly every maybe 10 to 15 minutes of exercise. About 4 to 8 ounces. So make sure you bring your water. Definitely make sure you have your equipment. Make sure you're prepared when you're in the gym. Make sure you actually are there and you're setting yourself up to be successful. You're setting yourself up to succeed. Ultimately, if you really want gains and results, not only do you have to put the fucking work in, but you have to be properly prepared. You can't put the work in if you're not even prepared. Go ahead and start your core training. Core strength, the rep range for that, and that's going to be really strength endurance or maximum strength. Strength endurance, you're going to do about 12 to 20 reps. So you can do like cable crunches. If you're more of an advanced lifter, you can do like reverse hypers, things like that. You can do ab wheel rollouts, and you do about 12 to 20 reps for the strength endurance. Maximum strength, and then strength endurance, your intensity level for that. It depends on if you're using any weights. You really want to go at a 2-1-2 tempo, which is just different muscle actions. And I'll talk about the isometric, concentric, eccentric, muscle actions in later videos. But as far as your intensity, keep it at about a 70%, 50 to 70% intensity for your strength endurance, or even stabilization endurance. If you wanted to, if you're a beginner, like just focus on your stabilization endurance, so you can build proper muscle balances. So that'll prevent injury for later vigorous training periods that you would go through. But then after you would go through your strength endurance, then you would go to your you would go to your core maximum power, and you're going to be doing about 5 to 10 reps, tempo fast as you can. If you're doing stabilization endurance or strength endurance, you want to go about a slow to medium tempo, especially for stabilization endurance, because you're just trying to fix. It's still more correctives. So you're focusing more on your technique and your form, as opposed to how fast you're doing the workout or how many reps you can do. But like I said, once you get to the core maximum power and core maximum strength and core maximum power, you're going to do about 1 to 5. That's 100% intensity. So you're doing like the heaviest if you're using any resistance. you're doing like the heaviest that you can, that you can lift without compensation. All this is, of course, um, around, not compensating, like I said, which will also ultimately, you know, uh, increase the chances of, injury, repeated pattern overload, synergistic dominance, other type of, injuries. And then, like I said, we'll talk about all that in later videos. But once you go ahead and finish your core, you're gonna go right into the 7 body components, which is gonna be like your back, your chest, um, your lats, your biceps, your triceps, forearms, things like that. I'm not even sure if I mentioned all of them. Legs and total body. The total body is the best, just simply because you're working out, you're working multiple muscle groups at once. So really, total body and full body workouts are very popular amongst people who just don't have much time in the gym. So if you only can be in the gym for about 30 minutes, I would definitely recommend taking a couple core body, not even core body, excuse me. You can do that too, actually. That's actually a thing I created. We're gonna talk about that later.